Alright, I'm live. Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I am on the road. I've started doing these videos on the road for a number of reasons. One being I have a full-time job, unfortunately, and until I can quit that job, I need an easier way of making videos and getting out content to you guys, not because I'm monetizing any of my videos, just because I need to get the message out. So, this short video is a message to libertarians, and it's to libertarians because, for one, at this point in time, I basically feel like they're my jam. You guys are my herd, my kinsmen, and I feel that libertarians are basically, by and large, very philosophical people that have actually thought about a lot of things that the average person has not given much thought, such as fractional reserve banking and the non-efficient / unethical banking system we have, which is the Federal Reserve System in the United States, which basically exists in every Western country. Almost every main large country has a Federal Reserve System that is ran by globalist elites like Rockefellers or JP Morgan Chase's dynasty or the Rothschilds, Warburgs, etc. And at this point in time, it just kind of come to me today and yesterday that in order to change the world for the better, libertarians, which by and large do not have power, need to gain power. And money is power, by and large. But with that money, what really matters is what you do with that money. And so, what I'm proposing is simply recommending that if you're a libertarian, check out my new channel and get introduced to cryptocurrencies right now. My new channel is called The Crypto Scout. I'll drop a link in it below when I get a chance. But you need to become acquainted with cryptocurrencies because right now we're in a consolidation period, because in November, December, January we had this giant run-up and basically a boom and a crash right away, and it scared a lot of people away. So there's not going to be a huge boom in the crypto market again, probably until the end of this year or maybe even 2019. So in other words, we're in a great period of consolidation, and if you want to get some wealth diversified, instead of using a savings bank or any traditional means of savings, which doesn't work because banks do not even compensate you for inflation these days. Literally, you are losing money for letting a bank hold on to your money. And of course, they're not actually holding on to your money. They're lending your money out, making profits off of it by lending it. So they're making interest off of your money. So if you actually want to make money with your savings, you need to save it very intelligently. So I'm just simply, without do your due diligence, this will take you months. I'm telling you, embark on the journey of investigating cryptocurrency because it will go up in value. It is here to stay. It's been here for nearly a decade, and there's millions and millions of people around the world that have done their due diligence and have invested in cryptocurrencies. There is a tipping point that we're not quite at, where mainstream adoption will take place, because right now the infrastructure for that point in time is still being built. Most of the cryptocurrencies that are doing well right now, they are not end product dApps. They are not distributed apps. They are in fact the infrastructure like Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, Lisk, Neo. All of those are doing relatively well. I don't know about Lisk, and I don't know about Cardano, actually. I'm going to make a video very soon about Cardano on my new channel, The Crypto Scout. I don't think it's going to do too well. Nonetheless, this video is not about the specifics. It's about basically talking to libertarians, saying, hey, if you're a libertarian, I need you to want to change the world for the better. So you need to start saving your money intelligently. Do your due diligence into cryptocurrencies. And, by 2020, 2021, you're going to have some some money sitting around from your savings having gone up in value if you've invested wisely in cryptocurrencies. Again, I'm not giving any suggestions as to how to invest in cryptocurrencies. I'm just saying look into it, do your due diligence, and look in, invest probably. Nonetheless, with that money that you gain, that's what this is really about. I'm saying if libertarians want to change the world for the better, we need more power, because historically we haven't had power, and yet I do believe libertarians, by and large, are the most ethical people on earth right now. They've done the research. They know fractional reserve banking and the international monetary systems, Federal Reserve systems. They don't work. They're made to bankrupt countries and taxpayers. They're for banks. Banks will win either way. It doesn't matter what happens to the country. Banks will win. That's all they care about is the profit. They're here to bankrupt people. So, last note to make here. If libertarians want to gain power, they need to get some wealth. But then with that wealth, they need to do one of many things. One, libertarians need to establish a university somewhere in this country. The United States, and or Canada, and or every Western country. They need to enter academia. They need to put their foot down and make a mark in academia. They need to make a university that is well known nationally and internationally as a place of learning, of higher learning for intelligent people to go. Maybe, just maybe, it's a university that you can take a additional test to basically test political views or something. I don't know if that's possible. I don't even know if that's possible, but my point being is, if the university is a libertarian school, it'll attract libertarians. But there will be other non-libertarians that want to go there if the school has a great reputation. So that's a way of accumulating power, spreading the message, and helping the world elevate its consciousness as well. So that's one huge way to help the world. So entering academia is a big one. I highly suggest some wealthy libertarians out there. Maybe Roger Ver. I mean, it doesn't sound profitable. I know universities probably typically are not very profitable, but they definitely can be. Especially if we get rid of federal student loan systems and let it be a business of how the universities themselves can issue their student loans. That used to be a thing, by the way. All right, so that's the first thing, entering academia by libertarians and putting their foot down and making a footprint in the world of libertarian ideology. Because the Frankfurt School, look around, man. Communism's here. It's everywhere in the Western world. It's everywhere. And that started with one school in Germany. One school. And so if one school can do that in Germany, I'm pretty sure just one school can definitely make its mark in the Western world if it's a libertarian school. Okay, moving on. The second thing, media. Libertarians also need to enter media, and I would like to help with this. I am deeply involved in filmmaking. I really like the process of filmmaking. I live in a good area for it as well. I mean, I don't think libertarians by any means would ever want to live or have to live or move to Hollywood area, but maybe you can easily make a tertiary location for movie making, because it seems San Francisco and the Bay Area has become kind of a secondary location for studios and such. But the studio, what do you need? 5, 10 sound stages and sets and such, so that you can have a bunch of different locations to film on. Buy a bunch of empty warehouses anywhere and you can make an awesome studio, honestly. And it's not that hard, and studios are very profitable if they can make good films. So point being is entering media and funding and facilitating the spread of libertarian media would be a great thing for libertarian ideology worldwide. Alright, I'm about at the end of my video here, guys. The third and fourth are basically, if anyone wants to make basically a specific bank for lending or maybe even just a cryptocurrency for lending to crypto companies that have good ideas. I don't think Salt is really doing that. I think that's for more of a individual basis. Salt is a cryptocurrency for lending, by the way. Lending against crypto with your crypto, basically, if that makes much sense. But yeah, so third is just finance, helping with finance, some of these important endeavors for libertarians. And the last thing is, I was gonna say business, but it's more complicated than just saying business. It's like needing to help with numerous industries. Libertarians, helping them change the world. The number one thing, oh yeah, I actually forgot, sorry, this is the fifth thing I want to bring up, and probably the most important one. Libertarians need to establish some kind of a social media, a unbiased, a unrestrictive, uncensored social media platform. I imagine it would be a cross between Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. And that sounds very complex, but imagine, you know, Facebook with a news feed that is more like Twitter, so short messages, but then also being able to make videos and just simply link them so people can find, you know, actually I guess YouTube wouldn't be needed to be integrated, but the thing is YouTube itself can censor video and demonetize, and so perhaps two-prong social medias. One, the YouTube platform, which I don't want to get too far into it because I want to keep this video short, but I have given this a lot of thought and thought of a great idea for a social media platform which is just like YouTube but better. Its way of funding itself and being profitable is better than YouTube, as well as helping the actual content creators get paid, as well as reducing the need for tons of advertisements. So overall, it would help everyone in the space, and it would also keep out a lot of people that are basically bad actors, as in they're making bad content or inappropriate content. So it'd hopefully reduce the need for a ton of policing. Obviously, some policing would be needed against ISIS, pedophilia type channels, because those things exist, guys. But yeah, nonetheless, the most important thing would be creating some kind of a social media platform by and for libertarians. Okay, I gotta go, guys. Have a good one.